Hello, good sir. We got Moose to join us here before his day of reckoning coming tomorrow. I know he'll be here in a minute. But again, for Musa, the question for you, as we have in the title, we're trying to draw a conclusion. Yes, sir. Perfect, perfect. We're
How's
trying
it
to draw a
going?
conclusion for all these World Cup draws that are here in so far. We've had 15 games. 7 have ended either 0-0, 1-1, or 2-2. And we're trying to just
Mm.
reason together why you think that is, right? We've all brought in different ideas. John thinks that because the levels are, we're all reaching a similar on par level of football worldwide. I've brought up everything from long seasons, fatigued teams, fatigued players, players moving into a different time zone, all different
Mhm.
things. Finishing boots missing. For you, as we're watching again, New Zealand up 1-0. I think this is ideal for them helping them play this game. What do you think is your theory as to why we're seeing so many draws?
Well, I think there's two part of that. The first one is the one that you mentioned when it comes to all of those players coming off season and the so-called, big teams are kind of managing the load of their players. So I think maybe that's why you saw the for Spain, Lamine Yamal and all of that not coming up soon early enough during the games. And I think the other part is just we happen to see some of the newer team that are not necessarily targeting to win games. So the strategy when it's David and Goliath um, games is that the smaller teams will kind of hold and try to survive and take those 1, 2, 3 opportunities. And what happened is the smaller teams have been able to either hold the so-called big teams, or the whole Netherlands, Japan is that for a lot of us that have seen how Japan plays, right? They are not a team that you should underestimate from the start. And they went toe to toe with Netherlands, clearly what we saw. So I think it's two of those things. Is one is the teams are trying to figure themselves out, and then there's the other one that park the bus, put a wall, and hope for the best. And so far, we've had a little bit of both, but so far we've had blown ups, we've had ties, we've had a few surprises. Um, the World Cup has started.
Indeed. We've definitely seen interesting results. We've seen surprising results. I don't think any of us had Cape Verde drawing a Spain on any bingo card.
Nope. Someone's rich.
And I
If
mean, that, yeah, like there's so many factors that could go into it. But again, I just keep on wondering about, and Nee, who's been here on one of our recaps or just one of our 9 o'clock streams, brought up the point of just it's 2000. Think how similar this is to 2002, right? Long European season. I think if you factor in the fact that I used PSG a little bit earlier,
Mhm.
PSG players went Champions League, Club World Cup season, Champions League, and then World Cup. Not to mention all those players who also have to do World Cup qualifying, the African players who have to do AFCON.
and then they
You're
have
either
all
in
the small
super
tournaments
Most
on
players are
top of that
either in
too.
super fitness or they are right on the edge of you're that car at 120,000 miles on it,
Right.
and the radiator is about to go, right? Like the fuel gasket is just ready to go.
Yeah, and some of them had to play also Coupe de France and all of those small tournaments that all in between. So
Mhm.
that
You're
tells
seeing
you
me
all.
cheering because Iran have broken the deadlock, broken the lead. We're back to a draw. We're gonna get our draw, baby. We're getting our draw.
I'm cheering a little bit for them because they've been also dealt a very bad hand on
Mhm.
how they have to travel, which it's not ideal. Even though we've complained about all the traveling required, we just added
Yeah.
an extra. I guess say we, but
Oh, they're called so it. Yeah. Are they? I am what?
oh,
It's funny watching players score, and you're just like, you're not reacting as much as I think you are. Is this offsides?
right,
Is there an offsides? I'm not ready for this. Is there an offsides?
and nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, you know what? If it takes you more than 5 seconds or one or
To
two
raise your
looks,
flag, like
then
at that point, make a call, boys. He continues his run. Oh, yeah, he continues his run from the pass, and we're on.
so is it
Yeah,
still
so
1-1?
1-1 is the score. We've updated everything here.
Yeah,
And for the sake of talking points, draws are back on the menu, boys.
I think Fox just completely logged me off my stream.
Well, I am streaming B in right now, and let me tell you, some Arabic while I'm watching Iran just feels right. You know, it just feels right.
You're in the mood.
It's the appropriate amount of frisky for this night. You know, it's the appropriate amount.
Well, at least you won't be getting any bad information because
Well,
you might not know
hey,
what they gave you.
that's true. I don't know misinformation, but I know Mr. Right. So
Uh,
the score going here makes it very interesting for New Zealand because New Zealand, I feel like New Zealand can play expansive if they want to, but they would rather just sit back and defend. But this becomes a very interesting aspect of, do they now take this game and make it an up and down affair? Because they have the players who can do it. Like you got Singh, you have a target 9 in Chris Wood, who, I mean, when the ball gets to him, it sticks. I would say for them, the best move at this game, which is kind of what they're doing right now, take a little air out of this game, right? Knock it around, then start to build up a little bit. Because if they try to go direct too quickly, I think this plays to what Iran wants to do. Not that Iran wants this to be an up and down, back and forth game, but anything that keeps New Zealand out of their shape defensively, I think will certainly help them moving in. And so if you're New Zealand, they definitely want to take a little air out of this game. If you're Iran, keep the pace going. Keep it going.
yeah, and you're playing against some angry folks.
Mm-hmm. Most
Oh,
definitely.
I am back. Looks like there's a pretty good turnout too.
It's a decent one for this is in Mexico, correct?
No, I thought that's in LA, isn't it?
No, this is SoFi. Why am I saying this? This was SoFi, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like the lower bowl looks pretty full.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of green, so I was like, "Oh, is this a Mexico game too?" But I was like, "Oh, never mind. No, this is. I mean, this is little Mexico. This is California. We love it there.
There
Yeah.
should be a pretty good Iranian
Mhm.
contingency there.
In California, yes. I wonder how they're able to, if anyone was trying to get to this game, you know. Like we know a lot
Yeah,
of Bosnians made it to Toronto for their game against Canada. I wonder how many Iranian Americans or Canadians made their
that
way
could
through.
with the right passport. Yeah.
Everything's with the right passport these days.
Well, I
So I've
was
been
amazed.
told.
I knew some Bosnian that actually were in St. Louis for that game, and then followed them to Canada. So,
Oh, you don't miss that. Of
yeah,
course not.
a good friend of
If
mine did.
mhm.
Yes.
Do not feed the possum. It's not a pet. I agree, Kimes. I agree. I agree. But no, I think this definitely builds into a spot where I think for New Zealand, you want to slow play this game, but you don't want to sit fully back here. So the score is 1-1, New Zealand and Iran. New Zealand striking first, but Iran able to swing back. Thank you guys for joining us here on our every night, 9 p.m. Eastern time stream. Well, we talked about the games that were. And tonight, the question as we're watching this game here is, why do you think we've seen so many draws so far? Right? We've had 15 games, 7 have ended in a draw, 1-2-2 draw, a couple 1-1 draws, and then a few 0-0 draws. Why do you think that is? We want to know your thoughts on why do you think we've had these draws. We've given our different reasons, but assume that we haven't given a single reason. Let us know in the comments here. Why do you think we've seen so many draws this early in this World Cup? Right? Is it just the time frame? Is it players tired? Are players not healthy? Give us whatever reason you think it is. Is it just the level is getting better? Are teams playing negative football just to secure points? Is it the size of the tournament? Can having 48 teams, meaning you don't need to finish top 3, means, listen, a 0-0 draw or a 1-0 loss isn't terrible because goal difference matters. There could be a myriad of reasons, but we want to know what you think. So let us know in the comments as you stop by here. And again, touch the like button. I know Moose is streaming on his channel as well. So that's the question for you guys as well. Let us know what you think. And while you're doing that, touch that subscribe button. I'm here every night at 9. Notifications on. Moose is gonna have his day of reckoning tomorrow as as diaspora meets home. On the pitch. Yeah. I'm sorry. I should try to give this like a 90s sports voice. It's France, Senegal tonight on Fox.
Nice. Look at
it
you.
It really will be. These are the things we do. But yeah, we're interested to see what you think. Let us know, and we'll run from there as we're in the 40th minute.
Yeah, that's not a good look. That was a head-to-head, and he had the back side to receive it to the side.
Indeed. But definitely the Iranian fans in the crowds are giving this team some life. It
looks like that goal was awfully sloppy too.
Yeah.
I
gotta cover that better.
This is the joy of World Cup goals.
Yep. Now, just to confirm, if it's a head injury, does that team get an additional sub still?
If they come out, yes, they will they will add one more.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
It looks like he's fine. Looks like they are just playing at 10 for now. Getting all those fun tests.
Yep, you have the New Zealand fans celebrating, Iranian fans celebrating, and as our friends, said in the, I saw one content creator was just like, "Excuse me, cameraman, for Spain versus Cape Verde. If it's not Lamine Yamal or whatever his name is, I want to make sure my cousins are well in the fan. So please show us my cousins, my cousins Sheila and everyone." I was like, okay. I see what you're doing there. Well played. Well played, but I see what you're doing there.
It's a nice shout out. Well, I guess tomorrow will be some of the number 1 and I guess number 3 in the world that will be making their World Cup debut. So, right? I think that's Argentina is 3rd, right?
FIFA ranking, yes. Now, do do you do you reference like the ELO rankings or things like that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I like to look at it just because it's a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? It gives me something else I can juxtapose the FIFA rankings with. So I can compare them to and be like, okay, FIFA, because FIFA is, again, it's weighted for continental tournaments and then
Yep.
matchups and things like that. But then just overall matchups, it's like, okay, that's very interesting,
Yeah, I would
right?
have wished that even if it was not a FIFA sanction, right, that
Hmm.
that will be also taking into consideration of who within your top, that list, who you play against will weight more than just because it's a FIFA sanctioned game.
Hmm.
Because I mean,
No, for sure.
if you're playing playoffs on top of your those regular games, and those are FIFA sanctioned games, so
Hmm.
are you telling them that you're giving them more points now because they had to play extra game?
Hmm.
Then that takes the whole purpose of the merit of that placement, just because your European tournament win weighted more than a CAF or Asian Cup.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Fair point. Now we got a
Or
free kick coming
Senegal.
up here
Oh,
for New Zealand on the edge of the box. Probably about 23. Oh, a neon knee collision goes down. Yeah, it's tough. Let's see what New Zealand can do with this. All right.
guess they're gonna try to play. I don't know. He went for himself.
Mhm. Yeah, from that type of angle, I can see why you want to try to go directly on, but at the same time,
There was no power, no nothing.
exactly.
Oh, 8 to 5 shots for New Zealand. Not too bad.
Yeah. Iran are definitely starting to, again, like we said earlier, I think for Iran, it's get the game moving so you can get past a fully set and sitting back New Zealand. And in order for you to do that, they either have to move in transition, and transition comes in one of two ways: turning them over or soaking in enough pressure for it to become, or going just direct over the top.
Oof, 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had the injury. Well, yeah, we had the head knocks. Yeah, a couple. So 6 minutes feels about right. And then you factor in probably 3 minutes. Every half is going to have probably 4 minutes of additional time just due to hydration break. So
Oh, it looks like Iran's defense is holding up pretty well, because it looks like New Zealand are not even trying to get into the box before taking shots.
but again, in the game with a team who wants to be defensively sound, how much do you want to command, push players forward, right? If you commit one too many, your structure is done,
And get
especially in a
caught.
transition space, right? Other than because their goal is like a deflection bounce, they had more bodies in the box, and then just gets it just through. Pun intended.
It looks like they're trying a lot of through balls that are not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like it's not a much rush.
Mm-hmm. If you look at like the actual numbers for this, it's probably going to show the type of game that we've had a lot in this World Cup, which is One side dominant in possession, the other side with goals.
It looks like 54-46 for New
Okay, so
Zealand.
that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, actually.
And 6 shots against 9.
Mm-hmm.
Pass is kind of weak, though, because New Zealand only had 213 and Iran has 175.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, kind of low.
And surprisingly, no yellows yet.
Nice. At least it shows that they're disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a long throw, and that's pretty much a corner.
Yeah.
Oh, if that header would have gone more towards the far right.
Yep. That
Right.
5-second. Oh, I mean, it's a good idea on the header. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a very good idea, but it's just then you got to execute that a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's just a header to go in the box, not try to take a shot, because that's where you're waiting for the rebound.
But I think with the rush, they're trying to catch him a little bit off guard, short corner, which again you can appreciate the cleverness, but at the end of the day, you need it to be a little bit more direct.
Looks like they let him play.
Yeah. It looks like they are letting them play for sure. You know what? That's a very good question. Yes. John, yeah, that's a very good question. Let's throw this up here because I think they would have because they typically do. So, would you say either of these teams would? The pressure. The pressure is finally weighing. Any of these two teams are qualified for the World Cup if it was still 32 teams. Iran would have. They are perennial right now World Cup qualifiers. No.
Oh, he called it offside. They're gonna check VAR first.
Okay, VAR, come in. Okay, we may have a goal, we may not.
Oh yeah, he's out. He's off.
Definitely off.
It looks like it.
Is there a touch? Because remember the Isaac, one of the Sweden goals, got the VAR last night, but then
let's see if it.
Oh,
No, yep, that was a quick one.
Yeah, he's off. Yeah, you could see him drifting. Man. Come on, he's drifting.
If they will qualify, yeah, Iran usually does.
Iran usually qualifies, and New Zealand were perennially he's he's clear. He's clearly off, like by a body length, right? A couple of me's, like 5, whatever I am, who knows? But yes, I think New Zealand have been typically a what do we call it? They're typically a intercontinental playoff team. So they usually always because they would make it through Oceanic, and within there, that's where they would go and play through. And I'll actually throw it up. But then Iran have made the last few World Cups qualifying outright. They are a top Asian side for sure. I think it opened it up for Asian sides are like giving I was gonna say Uzbekistan, I think, benefited from having an open field, but if you've watched what Uzbekistan has done at the youth level and how they've been slowly getting more players, them knocking on the door of the World Cup, if not making it, isn't a surprise. Right? For sure.
Because I think that question is more like for the other like European and African countries that usually battle for the number of placement. especially that I think Europe lost one
Mhm.
couple. So I think
True, yeah. Let me
that's
actually, because when we go from that to the you see, we're gonna pull this up here. No, so I look up
yeah,
World Cup
because
and I get halftime show. I don't want the World Cup halftime show.
while I'm watching a Zlatan commercial, he's been all over the place.
Hey, BN is giving me that Arabic coverage.
Hey,
Okay, it's been lovely.
you get different commercials, you know.
Listen, yeah, I'm all about the coverage. Okay, but let's pull up the playoff, because you have to remember the IC playoff is in Oceanic only getting one spot is a major reason why Australia switched from Oceanic to being in Asia, because and even there sometimes they don't even make it straight, but they needed to give themselves an opportunity to make the pathway coming through, because typically you would have, because 2002 you had, our 2022 it was AFC, OFC. It was CONCACAF OFC playoff, and then AFC CONMEBOL playoff. And one of the big arguments there was like, well, CAF wasn't getting spots. But if you look at the CAF run, even a team like Capo Verde were close in terms of their qualification before. And like a team like DR Congo, like DRC makes it this year because of the playoff. Last year, and this is a whole conversation with how CAF. I always make fun of CAF because CAF can never decide what qualification system they want to use. They'll always alternate between a group winners and then specifically what they did last World Cup round, which is they did the 10 group winners played each other, so they were paired off into pairs. Then you had a home and away aggregate winners. And so with that, your top 10, the last 10 teams standing were Egypt, Senegal, who had just played each other in the CAF finals earlier that year, Cameroon, Algeria, and probably the wildest game you'll ever see, where Cameroon gets over Algeria with like 3 goals were discontinued, and then Cameroon scored at the death. Ghana drew Nigeria away, so they got the away goal and won. DR Congo were they were leading Morocco 1-0 at home, and then that game drew and that went through. And then Tunisia was ahead of Mali in the first leg, and then that's what put them through. And so I think DRC making the World Cup isn't a surprise per se to me, because they were always knocking on that door. There's a reason why in Africa we always kind of jokingly call them the Spurs of Africa, because like they can never. It used to be Arsenal. It used to be Arsenal. They could never win, but now Arsenal won one thing. We can't do that. Are there any teams in the tournaments now that you feel are only in because it's 48? Yeah, because there's 48 teams. I know it's a very simple answer, but I think, yeah, if you look at, because the allocation, I'm doing this all in the background here, so let me actually get the right allocation here.
Yeah, I like to answer part of that question too. I
Yeah.
think as well, if following the other conferences and continents that are playing, there's always been those few teams that's been like on the cusp of making it. It's just that it happened that there was 32 teams instead. So that they're starting to see that there was some that were so close, and sometimes it was one goal margin, or one day they had an off day and then they got beat. It was always that small margin. It was not like always the clear favorite to win it. And then they added all those new requirements, Nations Cup and all of that kind of helps you qualify. So I think it's just giving an opportunity to those that typically will just fall short, but not by far.
I think like it there, and that's where it's a tough thing. I think you can definitely say yes. There are teams that wouldn't have made it in a smaller World Cup, But at the same time, the team, like, I would say if you look at every team specifically for their confederation, it's not like a team just there wasn't really a team to me that just showed up and then just said, "Oh, they came out of nowhere because they're there." Most of the teams have always been knocking on the door. And so that's why for me I feel it's a little bit difficult to answer to say like yes because the correct answer is yes. But in the greater scheme of things, I'm not surprised of those teams, right? In CONCACAF, are you surprised that a Curacao makes this World Cup? Not really, based off of how they've been playing, right? Of the teams that were really digging into the Dutch diaspora, I would say Curacao were ahead of Suriname. Suriname were getting players, but I felt just in terms of playing in the region, I felt that they were ahead and they had done enough already to show that they could play with the teams at their level. It also helped in CONCACAF that you didn't have to go through the US, Mexico, and Canada, right? Without those things, the pathway is easier because those three teams are taking spots, right? Is there a team I think in CONCACAF, if we're going to go by teams that were surprised by in CONCACAF, I think you'd be by name brand only. You'd say you're surprised Costa Rica doesn't make it. But if you're familiar with what Costa Rica is doing, Costa Rica have been in that transition, getting some of their younger players. They still have good players, but getting those younger players like their feet while letting them swim in the pool for the first time. And they found out some things about those players and other things about those players. So based off what their state was, it's not a surprise. But then you look and say it's Haiti came in over Costa Rica, and then you're like, oh, that's actually interesting, right? We almost had if Suriname doesn't throw up again all over themselves in their final match day, they make the World Cup, but they lose a game, then that opens the door for I think it would have been Panama to make it in their group. No, but I forget who the other team would have been. Suriname should have made it outright, but then they threw up and then they fell to Bolivia in the IC playoff. When you go to specifically, yeah, I'll go through all of them. We might right? Go through. So we did CONCACAF. Curacao beat Jamaica in their group. Haiti over Costa Rica. You had Panama going cool. You go to Asia. I already mentioned Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, if you've followed again, youth tournaments aren't everything, right? They're a snapshot of a specific moment in time, but they don't necessarily guarantee the success. But when you start to see that success start to matriculate into bigger and more leagues, you say, okay, actually, yeah, Uzbekistan making it, I think they were going to start to push there, but the expanded field gave them the options to do it. Jordan, another side I felt that was really pushing well within that aspect. And then Iraq is a side that we've seen them have deep Asian Cup runs, right? Like we've seen Iraq have deep Asian Cup runs before. We've seen them have a deep Olympic run with a U23 side before. And so to see them make it on the IC playoff, not a big surprise because we've seen them push into that type of space before. Right? When we go to CAF, the African side, I'm going to throw this up here, right? Algeria making it, no surprise because they should have made it last time, right? They played the wildest game in their home rate. Cape Verde, they beat a very poor Cameroon side. So, are you going to say Cameroon were bad? Sure. Or they're not the Cameroon of old? Yes. But this Cape Verde side have also been performing well. They've made the quarterfinals in they made the quarterfinals at AFCON. They pushed Nigeria in World Cup qualifying and in AFCON qualifying in that previous tournament before. Now again, we can say what we want to say about that side. That's fine. Egypt, perennially making it all the time. Ghana, I'm a little bit surprised at how Ghana made it through, to be honest. I thought for sure in their group, I thought Ghana was going to be playing in the playoff. To be straight up, right? No cap. I thought they would be playing in the playoff because I thought Mali was going to put it together, and Mali in their group really they fell apart because Comoros finished second in their group, not Mali. Mali finished third, and that was just like the and then Ghana just found their form and just didn't lose. The only side here, like directly qualifying, because you had South Africa. In South Africa's group, you had Nigeria. They were supposed to fall, like Nigeria should have qualified there. Then either them or South Africa should have gone to the playoff. Nigeria they just destroyed, like they tripped over themselves so much at the beginning that they cost them. The only side, to be honest, the only team that could have been a new side that no one would have seen coming was Tunisia's group, right? And I keep on going back to this because it's to me, it matters. we will not have erasure of Equatorial Guinea. Okay, so this is very important to keep in mind, right? Emilio Nsue has basically, like, he showed up to AFCON, last AFCON, not this one, the one in Cote d'Ivoire, and he's third division Spanish fullback, but when he gets after, he's apparently the greatest striker of all time. The man cannot be stopped. They played their first 2 games, and when they played them, right, if you look at this section here, the original results, Equatorial had beat Namibia and then Liberia 1-0. So they had 6 points starting, but then they had to forfeit those matches because he was deemed ineligible. So they lost 6 points off the bat. And then I believe I forget what happened. And then they went on strike at the end as well. But those points there would have kept them far closer to Tunisia. And in doing so, they could have gone. Now, eventually he's then deemed as eligible, but they don't reverse the games. They don't reverse the results. Right? And this is off the heels of him being deemed ineligible for AFCON and then deemed eligible afterwards, and then they deemed him ineligible. So there was a lot of yo-yoing back and forth with that. That group, to me, yes, it's a young Tunisia side who were able to come through. I felt that Equatorial Guinea could have given that team a run, and even their final matchup, Tunisia won that game in the 92nd minutes, 1-0. I think that was our shot to see a team that no one really knew what to expect from in the group, and it would have been Tunisia falling to Equatorial Guinea. That would have been my first call. The other thing would have been this, because of the second place rule, because Eritrea, we have an Eritrea rule, and the Eritrea rule is if a team doesn't show up, which they withdrew and they threw off the results for everything, every group's last place team's results get eliminated. Because initially, what should have happened is you see Nigeria landing here, the top the second place teams, because what happened was in the second place run, for the CAF runner-up playoff spot, they would play 1, 4, 2, 3, and then the winner of that will go on. That was DR Congo when they went to World Cup. It was the top 4 second place teams. If they counted the third place or the last place results, Nigeria doesn't make it, which means you either have Burkina Faso making it, or even, I think, no, not me. Yeah, it would have just been that. I remember Burkina Faso making it over Nigeria, and then we would have had a different matchup moving through. So those would have been like the teams that could have surprised us coming through in this World Cup that we wouldn't have seen coming just based off the results. But due to what are we going to call it? Due to clerical issues, or due to proceedings that were ruled in a boardroom, lawyers were involved, I guess. Lawyers were involved. Again, we'll have to see how that goes, but that's where it ended there. But to that point, yeps. With that in mind, I like seeing like these teams in the tournaments then always knocking on the door, but can never get ahead of the big boys because it's fresh matches and possible upsets. I agree, John, because even that, the second that they expand the World Cup, you give players options. A player who, and yes, people are going to have thoughts one way or the other on it, whether you think you should be going after dual nationals or develop your own league. And I'm in so many spaces where this is a conversation every day. And for me, I say it this way: a career is finite. It's not as long as we think it is. Like my favorite player that I saw that I've seen play their entire career played in one World Cup and his team made 3 straight. Nothing is guaranteed, right? That's Michael Essien, arguably at one point the best box to box in the world. He played at Chelsea. I supported him. I'm a Wolves fan. Don't ask me about how I'm doing. I'm doing terrible.
I think for me, it's like
yeah,
the players I think are the one that's benefiting more than the country itself.
Yes,
and what you mentioned too, right? It's now a global. It always has been a global sport, but now it is even a bigger global sport. And the stories that typically we do not talk about, people changing or having multiple nationalities, is just the fabric of what this world is, right? Like there's a whole bunch of players that have switched before. It's just that it was not as known or used more. And there's all those rules, right? If a certain player is at a certain age and play a 5-year plus in a certain country, they now become naturalized. But guess what? So if they're not country tied, nothing is stopping them from picking a country. You're born in one, but your mom is from this country, your dad is from this country. Guess what? You have 5 countries to pick from.
Right?
It is now part of the courseware. And that's why me hearing those conversations, right? They're always, says, oh, well, this is an all-African team, or this is like, tough it, because it's part of where there's no countries that says a person should look a certain way to be from that country. Like nowhere. Like even there's the Japan goalkeeper. Would you think he's from? Where is he from? He has, I think his dad's Ghanaian.
His dad's Ghanaian, American,
his mom's Japanese, and he was born in the U.S.
Yeah. And so he had 3 options. A player like Italian
Suzuki,
Luca Koleosho. Yeah, Zion Suzuki is him. Luca Koleosho could play for Italy, USA, Nigeria, or Canada.
Yeah,
he just played a couple and it feels like he's picking Italy, and that's fine. Like, let these players go. And I think I can appreciate how FIFA has added because we have to remember we lived in a space where people were predatorily capped. And it was just now they can't go anywhere else. And then
they still do it in youth sports.
They still do it. And so at least they've given one lever for that, which is, hey, if you've been capped less than 3 times under the age of 21, you can file a one-time switch. And at least that gives the player options, right? Because at the end of the day, do what you're going to do. We have this conversation. That clip is out there, right? Where at the end of the day, a player can choose. And as a federation, you have to decide too. You don't have to wait for them. You don't have to, or you could say, hey, there's a spot. But that's where I think the conversation always goes back to your federation, which is, what can you do? In Africa, we say this, right? Morocco and Senegal could probably walk into any academy and say, hey, this is the program. This is the pathway. This is where we see.
At this point, they don't even have to say this is the pathway.
Just like flag. Flag is there.
Resume.
Like, you on
this is a resume now. And you saw the kid that they all talked about from Morocco that literally took care of Brazil by himself. He was the under 21 French national team captain, but he saw the writing on the wall that there's probably 3 or 4 people in front of him in the French camp a few weeks or month before. Lord and behold, guess what? Now he's Moroccan, and it's getting praised. It's like all of us in France knew about him. We all knew what he was, but you have that sequence of senior team and underneath that you have to follow the path. But he had the Moroccan one, so here he is. I think the center back, Diop, which has the most Senegalese name possible. He plays for Morocco. So And then they say Morocco filled all international players that were born in other countries. When they traveled to the States, they used different passports.
That's
You know,
true. That's true.
Brahim
Iran,
used
yeah.
Spain,
Mhm.
Hakimi used Spain, some of this guy was using France. You know, that's why they didn't have um, paper issues.
Mhm.
But they were
Sure.
wearing Moroccan flags.
Mhm.
Welcome to the global, and if you're mad about it, talk to your ancestors. They're the one
For
that
sure.
conquer.
Oh no! I know you meant Spain. I was gonna
Oh
get
yeah,
to it. Don't worry, John. We know we know you
oh,
watch the games.
oh yes.
We're not no shaming here.
Oh,
There's
there's
no
none.
shaming here.
It's
Oh,
we don't know everything. We just know what we know.
listen, I almost called New Zealand Belgium while I was talking. So
Oh
listen,
no. Oh
we've watched a lot of
yeah.
football today.
Team
We've watched a
mixing?
lot of
Come on.
football this week.
I, I put players on different teams that they had no business doing.
Yeah, I just like mixing up brothers. Nico Williams is playing for Ghana. No one can tell me otherwise. No one can
Yeah.
tell me otherwise.
These
But no,
guys.
like yeah, it was a good game. They definitely got lucky, but hey, they chose it, and that's how they played, and they got their 1 point, and now we go from there. John, I can respect that. That's a very
There you
base reasoning,
go.
man.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and they did not play to their best abilities. So there you go. You could be confused by who's playing at this
Two
moment.
teams wearing red shirts who underperformed in their game. Yeah,
There
sounds
you
about
go.
right. Speaking of red shirts, Ghana's red kits. Hmm. My oh my, but Iran definitely are trying to put the pressure here, even though New Zealand are trying to get through. New Zealand have to be careful not to play too expansive here, because again, their strength is that low block, but that strength is defending. So if Iran can just suck them in a little bit more, I think they'll have a few more shooting lanes and opportunities playing, just bringing up that
Whew.
pace for what they're trying to do. They have to be careful with that. They really have to be careful with that.
Any teams that play in Asia, the way they've developed a lot of the countries around it,
Mhm.
I think that region has been a lot more solid and more competitive than what people give it.
Yep.
So that's why these games I never call a game a small team game. Is like you never know who's gonna give you what,
Hmm.
and they filled up SoFi Stadium. I mean,
Yeah, I agree, and I think that helps with you get the diaspora in. That that's one of the major reasons why you'll want to have like a World Cup here, because you have access to the diaspora. But to
oh
the flip side of that, everything that comes with it becomes a whole issue as itself. As we bring in the man, the myth, the Nelson.
yeah.
Sir, how are you liking this game so far? And again, our overall question today on this stream is what conclusion are you drawing from all the draws that we've seen in the World Cup so far?
Regarding the game, it's a good game. I know Iran and New Zealand have faced each other over the years quite a few times. They're quite familiar with each other, so a 1-1 isn't really a bad um like result. As like teams that know each other, they're always going to be close affairs. So this doesn't really sway me one way or another.
Fair.
Regarding the draws, I think World Cups usually have a lot of draws, so it's not like something new or like a talking point. I think it's most teams set up very defensively in the because in knockout football in any tournament, all of them, Champions League, Club World Cup, whatever, like defense wins trophies. So it doesn't shock me that a lot of teams have been very defensive because it works. it's a proven strategy that works.
Yeah.
Italy for so long won multiple World Cups based on
That's
their
a fair
defense.
push out.
They didn't even have decent strikers. Historically, by the way, Italy have had like one excellent striker in the entire history, and I think it's Totti, and that's it. Like I remember years with Inzaghi, with like those are just poachers. Like they weren't good all-round strikers, you know. So for me, if the blueprint has been set up, just follow it, you know.
Yeah.
That should be a yellow, but we'll see if they actually. Aldo, are you serious? Are y'all serious? Really? New Zealand just creates out of a lot of just, you know what?
And it was the same guy.
Elijah is just doing it, man. He's just doing it. Pun
I
intended.
see what you just did there.
It's just so well, like
it's a mess.
That's a poor goal to concede.
It is.
That's a very poor goal.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, they
like,
got played.
That's shocking.
It's this game is gonna. This game is gonna be like
the angle that the guy took the shot from.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Oh my god!
Every single time. Every time.
Yeah. Why was he going so far out?
He dove like he was predicting where it was supposed to go, instead of like looking at the trajectory of the shot.
Oh my god!
He was diving. He was diving the opposite direction the entire time. That's crazy.
He got drawn just like the defender did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like this game could end like 3-3 or like 2-2, and people be like, "What a game!" And you look at the goals and be like, "What? Half of these? What are you do? Yeah. Stay on your feet."
Yeah, I think he's trying to compete with the Tunisian goalkeeper of how bad they are.
No, I've never seen it, and I've never seen a goalkeeper with a 1
What are
rating.
you doing there?
That's crazy. That Tunisian goalkeeper did. That guy wasn't even playing football. That guy was. He was a handball goalkeeper before, and then
looked like it.
Switch sports. That was the worst. That's the worst performance I've ever seen. But to be fair, that's what I called Tunisia. I said that I've never liked how they play at all.
Well, now you saw who their coach is gonna be.
Who's the next coach? Because I know they fired the coach.
Hervé from France, the one
they're going for the Bond villain.
Yeah, he's the one that beat Argentina.
You know, that man just wants to. I bet
he wants to start stuff.
He wants to coach every African side as much.
You know what?
He wants 100 of something in every African currency, man. You know what?
It's fine.
Renard, former Saudi / women's French /
Mr. Aura,
Côte d'Ivoire /
you want all the ladies to come to your soccer match? Just hire him as a coach.
That slick back hair, smooth looking. But no, to your point, John, I do agree that they kind of just hang around defensively, wait for the other to fall asleep, and then pounce. Pounce is such the word for this because how do you go down before the shots? Like,
and why do you keep going to the near post?
Wait, has this been confirmed? That the next coach,
it's everywhere.
Because what I'm reading is it's
they say unless something goes awfully bad,
the interim head coach is.
They're in the according to what we're reading is they're in the process of trying to hire him.
Yeah,
it hasn't been.
He hasn't been set up yet.
Yeah, you know how those things work.
Yeah, but you have a game in like
somebody leaked. It's like very close to be done. It's just somebody talked because first you have to negotiate
Here
with
we
the other
go.
coach.
Here we go.
Negotiate with the other coach what his check's gonna look like.
To me though, I don't understand why you fire you
They
bring
were
in
a
a
mess to
coach
begin with.
to you bring in a coach to develop a new set, and then you're just like, but it's too bad. We want you to develop the next gen, but also try to be competitive. You can't really do both.
But
Why
he
are
was
you
hired in
surprised by the
January,
results?
though. He was hired in January. You cannot
No,
tell a coach.
this wasn't the same. The guy who was initially creating that first project, he got fired.
Yes, and then
So it's not like they. And by the way, I've always said this, like this idea that people have of you can just easily rebuild, that requires a lot of
time and money.
Yeah, and like a clear structure. Like you can have
Mhm.
an FA that is super political. You need to be able to like block the. Do you remember when Germany did it? When
Mhm.
Germany started the rebuild, they were getting destroyed by the media and everything, and the FA just kept quiet.
Yeah.
They were like, we're going to win. We understand how it's going to take us there. We're not going to make noise. But there's a reason why like multiple countries fail at this, at rebuilds. It's an incredibly difficult thing to do.
Here's a thought I've had about them making this choice. And do you think that some of these teams looked at what Morocco did last World Cup and then thought to themselves, actually, it's feasible, not understanding the whole process, and not to mention that Morocco also had an additional 3 months, if no more than 3 months. They had an additional half a year to do this.
Can we be honest?
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm gonna be very Musa. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say here. I think the Franco speaking African nations, it is a lot easier for them to get players because there's the pipeline of elite players that is coming out of France at the moment. They are just generating a ridiculous amount of good talent.
Agree.
So it's easier for you to go and just say, hey, you're not going to be picked for France. How about you come and play for me? It's that simple. And I'll tell you why. Because if you were going to say, I say it is. Let me tell you why. Morocco improved, Senegal improved, Mali improved. Who else improved? Algeria improved. All improved at the same rate. And it's not like you can clearly state, oh yeah, they built this academy, and this academy is the reason why you're seeing, like, it's not like the Ivory Coast situation where they actually built a really good academy and almost every single player in their nation came through that academy. Whilst all of the Senegalese players, majority of them, are French. The Moroccans are French. The Algerians are French. Let's be honest. If the only guy in the Senegalese team right now that you could say didn't go through the French route would be who? Mane?
Maybe not born in France, but how he started was through the academy that was connected with Rennes, which was French to begin with. Yeah. So he literally went all the.
That's what I mean then. Like I think it's a lot more easier for those countries.
I don't know if it's as easier, but I think one thing reason why you see how you mentioned a lot of these countries, right, that are francophone but are now doing better.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you watch a lot of the family structure in those players, they are still 110% connected to the motherland. When I guess I'm about to see the goal, but like if you watch Oh, beautiful. That's a goal.
That's a really good goal. That's not the keeper or the defenders.
Yeah.
It was a perfect cross.
Sorry.
Perfect header.
This game is
Yeah.
going to be the best game, and no one's. I said it, Nelson.
Yeah,
this
they
could be
cannot.
the game of just no logic, just vibes.
Because, and getting to the France thing, right? Do you see when France wins, right? Do you see the type of music that is played over there, right? So they have, like, for us, we'll say, you still tied enough that you have that deep connection that you are able to make that switch a lot easier. And also, Senegal have some crazy academies at the same time. And a lot of the players that have developed in Europe are coming back and build their own academies to help build the next generation.
Musa, I would totally believe you if not almost your entire team is French.
Of hoots. Morocco is not all French, for example.
Okay, but let's like Brahim Diaz is Spanish.
Hakimi is Spanish.
Hakimi is Spanish.
Diop
but that's what I mean.
French.
Like the all of them are from the diaspora coming back. Yeah. But let's also be honest, outside of maybe Hakimi, right? But remember when Hakimi was starting, the Spanish national team had Dani Carvajal. Remember? Like that was a clear better right back at that point. He wasn't going to get anyone. Pardon me?
Timing. I'm certainly
timing was important.
Yeah.
I'll give you a great example. Doué, his brother chooses. Ivory Coast. But what does the old brother do? What does the younger brother do? He looks at that midfield position, at that right wing position, and he goes, "We don't have a lot of good right wingers. We have Olise, that's it." He knew he was going to play.
But those are like French born, like French academy, French. Like
yes, okay, but that's what I'm trying to reference. So, well, I'm still trying to assess. Like, Ivory Coast is the only one that I genuinely see. You can see they built the academies, and you're seeing the benefit of the academies. But like when I'm looking at Morocco, and you look at that whole squad, their best players are not like Moroccan born.
Yeah, but that's just a small snippet. It's just because timing.
But okay, in the pipeline, who's coming in that you can honest? Boadi is French. That's the next pipeline. Boadi's French, so you can't even the pipeline is. Here's what I think they've perfected Morocco. As you said, you have the family thing that is able to like communicate. Hey, if you don't want to play for France, it's cool. But you can play for Morocco. Yeah, you choose, you decide. I think that's really important. But in terms of the reason why, to me, it's not like an academy. To me, what I think of academy, Musa, is more like what you and I know what the academy process is from grassroots. You're born at age 2, 3, you're sent to like your neighborhood academy, your grassroots academy. Then after that, you're posted to a bigger academy. Then you go to another academy, and then you get to your final one, the one that teaches you everything, and then you move to Europe. The only side that has proven, there's only one side. There's only like 2 or 3 academies in Africa that have proven to do this at a high level. One is in Ivory Coast. One obviously is the new one. What's the Red Bull one? The new Red Bull one that's like almost
but there's Jama, there's Dams, I forgot, in Senegal, that actually in 2 years they've had 45 players move to Europe in top level, but in top teams. But I think one thing that I just thought about is I think they're using for the diaspora to help build the image, build the infrastructure to help bring the next generations of African players at home. Because what I'm seeing here is like, the Morocco and the Senegal will say, because they're the one that talk the most. If you watch in the, the U20 and down, of CAF and all that, these are all Moroccan and Senegal born players. The U17 that just won for Senegal, they're all Senegalese born and raised. Right. So I think they're using that platform of all of the players at this moment that kind of help build the profile and the excitement to have the next generation to come through.
Are you talking about the AFCON, the Senegalese, the one that the
Yes.
Senegalese
Yeah,
team
those
won?
are all. And I'm going blank, but there's literally three academies in Senegal at this moment. Last year alone, I think they said over 175 players that are now playing across the world from Division 2 to Division 1 professional, just with that. So I think this is maybe phase 1 of Africa, kind of letting the world know that there's the talent there to help build. And maybe that's why the other countries are falling behind those three countries that we talk about.
I just think the Francophone network is a lot simpler. And I think if there was a connection, like, okay, so England, England connection is the Caribbean. Like all the Caribbean players, all the good ones technically, are all in England.
And a little bit Nigerian, right? No?
Yeah, and a few. But if you notice, Nigeria's been able to get like a large majority of them like to play for them. Bassi, Iwobi, all of them are all English, and they've all chosen Nigeria. So, but the Caribbean players, like Jamaica's first team, would be ridiculous. If the Jamaican national team were able to get the diaspora to play for them, that would be, I'm not joking, one of like the top 5 countries in world football.
But it's always a what if with them. But I do agree.
That's a huge what if.
No, but the what if here's
because
the
they
thing.
don't pay them and all that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like my whole argument is, I think what you're seeing with Morocco and Senegal is inflated. I think we will only assess this over a longer period of time to see if this is more of is it a blip, or is this a sustainable practice?
Okay, now you got me thinking.
And it's a statement there, but for you then, Nelson, what's the sample size then?
We don't really have a sample size.
But then I know, but I'm asking for you.
Run.
I know, but I'm asking for you, like I'm asking for you then, if that's how you're going to evaluate it, like what's a time frame for you that you will look at and say, okay, this is either yes or it's either yay or nay.
I'll give you a great example. When Hakimi's done at Morocco, once that spine of Morocco's older and retired, then you should have the future pipeline be as equal or better than. That's the only way that you can prove your thing is working.
So maintain and pass is
no. It has to be better. It can't be worse. So, like for instance, right now the Morocco national team, a majority of like they still have a decent amount of players who play in like the Moroccan leagues, right? You have to have players. Your entire first 11 has to be playing in Europe.
Okay.
Senegal's is actually ahead in that pyramid. Like the majority of the team plays in Europe, like at a high level.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I wasn't asking to be critical, but I'm just asking in terms of just how would you evaluate that in terms
of. Well,
I
just evaluated. I just said you have to see like this is what. Okay, let me explain why I think this isn't, because we're stating this like it's a unique thing.
All right. So by the way, I just have to say, out of the Senegalese team at this moment, 11 of them were born in France. The rest are all born in Senegal.
So 14 players. 14 players were born in Senegal.
Yes.
And 11 players were born in France.
Yes.
Let's play this game, Musa. In your starting 11, how many of them are going to be French?
Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3.
Because I can say Ndiaye.
That's about 3.
So only 3.
Yes.
So Ndiaye.
Koulibaly. Sorry, from Senegal, from France, right? So that'll be Koulibaly, Mendy,
Ndiaye.
See.
Is Ndiaye French?
Yes, Iliman. Yes.
Yeah, Iliman Ndiaye.
But he did. He made it very clear too. But yes.
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying. Let's. We're playing.
That's about it.
How about your I thought if I look at your fullbacks, Senegal.
Malang Sarr did not make it to the.
Oh, he didn't make it? Why?
No. What,
that's
from
crazy.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not there. That's been the whole art. That would be the whole interesting part of why he did not make it. But no, they picked 2 younger players for instead of him.
So is Mbaye going this World Cup?
He is, but he's not a starter, right? You say starting 11?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at your team again. Oh no, that's the. I just clicked the Mali side.
It's close. It's close. It's missing a star.
Close
that's
enough.
All.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, these names are too close. I need to change. And it changes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's just missing a star.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, Google's so bad at like doing all of this stuff. I want to go to your most recent games.
Yeah, I use a little bit more perplexity. That's what I use.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lamine Camara is in French, right? He was born in Senegal, no?
Yes, but it's.
Is he French?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
Okay. So who's going to be in your midfield then? Pape Gueye? Is he going to start?
Oh, now you're gonna start trying to get me to get to the nitty-gritty.
I'm just wondering. Because I'm wondering who'd be in your starting 11.
Oh, I have not talked about that just yet.
Because we have to play that for us to know. Because depending on who you're choosing, if you're telling me your midfield is slightly different from what I think, because I think it's gonna be really hard not to play Lamine Camara. Lamine Camara's had one of the best seasons.
Hey, SARS did not make it to the 26 with that.
Well, Pape Sarr didn't really play for Tottenham this last season.
Malang Sarr.
Oh, Malang Sarr. But did he even play for Chelsea?
Yes, he played so well for Strasbourg that they went and called him back for Chelsea, and then that's when he decided to do the transfer from France to Senegal. That's where
wait,
everything.
But wait, I thought Chelsea's defense was Fofana and Levi Colwill. Then Colwill got injured.
Yeah.
Who replaced Colwill? Well, we can check. We can just check FBref because I remember Malang Sarr being heavily rated by Chelsea, but I don't think he played a lot of games.
He played a few games with them, and he even played the Club World Cup.
I remember he played in the Club World Cup.
He did so well. That's where they called him back.
So if I look at defenders,
right,
Mamadou Sarr, not Malang. Is it Malang the Lens one?
Yes.
Yeah. So Mamadou Sarr played 3 games. That's why I don't think he was selected. Malang Sarr I thought he was a Malian.
Nope. Maybe there is one call that.
Isn't
But
Malang Sarr is the one who plays at Lens, if I'm not wrong. The one who
He
had
went-
an excellent season. He had an
Yes.
excellent season.
and,
Yeah, Malang Sarr. He is
so
French.
So now I have milieu de terrain.
Yeah. Malang Sarr, the one you were thinking of. Wait, they're both called Malang Mamadou Sarr. Yo, you boys need to change the names.
That's how it works. That's how it
okay.
works.
Yeah, I was like, wait, they both have the same names. But Malang
Oh,
Sarr,
you talk about Pape Matar Sarr.
I was
Is
thinking Pape Matar Sarr for that's Tottenham. And I rate Pape Matar Sarr, but he didn't play a lot of games. I think he was injured, maybe. Or I don't remember why he wasn't
Because
playing.
it's more
to
like
begin with.
Pate Sis. I guess Idrissa is probably gonna play at midfield.
Idrissa probably will play. He
And-
you can't ignore his experience.
And maybe Sapoko Ndiaye might be the 18-year-old.
No way. You
Hey.
taking Ndiaye over Lamine Kamara? Did you see how bad he played in the US game?
Yes, but he still got called back. That was a little iffy,
Nah, I honestly, I know you because you're the one who told me about him. I was super excited. No, actually, Akwasi told me about him. Akwasi told me he's a really good player.
He's gonna be in England next year. That's for sure.
What does he play right now? Who does he play for?
Monaco.
Oh, Ndiaye?
Yes.
But the midfield for Monaco.
Oh, Lamine Kamara.
You're talking about Lamine Kamara. Yeah.
Yes. Who are you talking about? Yeah.
You were talking about Ndiaye.
No, I was.
No, Lamine Kamara is definitely going to Newcastle, guaranteed. I think they've already when the Italian, damn, I've forgotten the guy's name. When the Italian midfielder for Newcastle leaves, I think he's going to Tottenham. When he leaves,
I don't follow those in Newcastle.
yeah, Lamine Kamara is going to go to Newcastle for sure. No, he's good. That's what I'm saying. You have to play Lamine, and then you'll have to play maybe Pape Gueye, and then Idrissa Gueye.
Yeah, I think that's a toss up with those two. And he played quite a lot for Everton, so
Yeah,
I guess
and he's
it'll
the
be
most
interesting.
experienced. You have to play experience.
But Pop Chow, you never know what he's gonna come up with too.
Oh, that Senegal game. Senegal. That's the reason why I brought up this the conversation. Because if you're playing Lamine Kamara, that's a French. Ndiaye, Mendy, and then I don't know if Mbaye is going to play.
Yeah, but Mendy as well. He had no shots. He was just born in France.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where he just came up in just a few
he's
years.
a Champions League winning player. Man.
Goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah, like you can't hate
yes.
him, man. We have very.
You're
few.
right. In some of the francophone, it helps to a point, but I think now they're using more of the build-up of previous experience to now kind of help, kind of mitigate the new generation of Senegalese player.
Because that Senegal Morocco game was poor. That U17 game, holy,
yeah,
that final was so bad.
Yeah,
good.
That's why they say they're not doing no more cups in Morocco until the World Cup.
Well, I think that makes sense for them, and the problem, I don't even blame them as much as they're going to get ragged on for that. They created an environment, and CAF just kept on dipping into it to the point where it was just like, come on, guys, what are we doing?
Nah, there's clearly a bias for North Africans in CAF. Let's be honest.
But you don't have to feed it. Even if there is one.
No, but like, hey, you can go to South Africa for what's going on currently. The East African bloc, it's only Kenya that you're going to go to, and then in West Africa, it's only Senegal. Well, with North Africa, you have like, exactly. Kenya just upgraded its three main stadiums
Three main
just
stadiums.
for the. No,
It's
we have
okay.
multiple. We just
Well,
upgraded three. Just because AFCON is coming.
Yeah.
Morocco already had the infrastructure. South
Yeah.
Africa has the infrastructure. You just don't want to go there. It's going to be hostile.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You think Morocco is rough? Wait for South Africa to host, then you'll learn
yeah,
what hostile is.
they ain't gonna host nothing.
Yeah.
No, we'll say we're taking their jobs for no reason, but that's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm even though when we're talking about academies, South Africa probably has one of the best academies in Africa, and I'm so grateful that they don't send their people to
Anywhere else.
to Europe, because I'm like, if they were good, they'd be so insufferable. Like they'd be so insufferable. I'm so glad that they don't.
Well, it's not working so well though.
This might be the World Cup to break them. But no. They need to win. They need to keep doing this. Look.
Well, they're the laughing stock right now, right? They're the laughing stock of
yeah.
Africa. So that clip in itself was just beautiful, man.
Yes.
I every time I see Benny McCarthy just like sad, it just makes me happy.
But I have a lot of good friends that are South African. That hurts me to kind of, keep harping on it.
No, but we know what's going on. Like we can't pretend. Hey, listen, I have a lot of South African friends, a lot of them, and even they know. Whatever's going on, I don't put two people together. Okay, whatever's going on there, it's there. I'm not going to color everyone with the same. I'm not painting everyone with the same brush.
Oh yeah, we all on our part. We all know that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They'd be insufferable because they would believe that they are that good.
So when they really
are not.
Fans.
Yes, that's how I see them. That's how I see them. I see them like Arsenal. No, you know what? I think Morocco are the Arsenal fans, and then I would say South Africa are like
Tottenham.
Yeah.
So another London team. Okay.
Yeah. Just London teams.
Just London. Oh,
and Senegal's like Senegal's like a Chelsea. Like they want stuff. They can be noisy, but people like them because they have likable people.
I'm mad at it. You just picked my team too and country. Okay, I'm good. I'll take that.
So now, since we're doing this, I might as well ask the other questions here. What is Nigeria then?
Oh, okay. Actually, Nigeria would be Arsenal. Because no. Who's a club?
Yeah.
Who's a club that? No. Nigeria are Real Madrid.
We're leaving. Okay.
You know why? Because if they everybody expects them, like internally, they all expect them to win. Externally, we look at them and you're like, you're not good enough. Like we look at them and we're like, yeah, you've got excellent players, but they don't mesh well.
They're the current one. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Let's keep this going. By the way, 88th minute, still 2-2 with New Zealand and Iran there. Where would you put, say, you know what? Let's put Ghana there because I'm curious to see where
Ghana's like. I think Ghana's actually the closest to Tottenham Hotspurs.
You asked.
You asked.
I did ask. I did ask.
You guys don't win anything, but you talk like you win. The last win you had was like in the 60s. So
respect the 60s, yes, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's fair. That's fair.
It's a lot of historical like wins.
Yes.
And everybody's harping on about that one time that you almost did something. So like, you're talking about
to my soul. I feel
that was the best. That was the best final quote right there.
To my soul, I feel the truth.
Yes, that was good.
Goodness. Okay, let's have fun with this more. Côte d'Ivoire.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. So Côte d'Ivoire are a good team. they've basically underperformed the whole history. Like they had a golden generation that only won one AFCON. Right? That Drogba. Yeah, they only won one, right?
Drogba. And technically, they didn't win it with Drogba because Drogba retired the year before.
Yeah, but Kolo Toure,
okay, but that group, no fair. I was just thinking of Drogba,
was still there. Like the goal. Iran almost scored.
Yeah.
This
game's getting hot.
What's a team that severely underperforms? Like
West Ham or something like that.
Yeah, something like West Ham. Yeah, maybe West Ham.
Because they all at the start of the season they're always
Everton.
Top.
Ooh, Everton.
Yeah.
Well, for current Everton,
were historically a big
Everton
team.
Historically, sure.
Yeah, Everton are historically a big team, but they just always underperform. Yeah. Like because West Ham have won stuff recently, even though they've just gotten relegated. I'm trying. You know what? Actually, they're more like a Brighton, like well run, have excellent players. They do everything right. They just don't have a good enough squad to win. So I'd say Brighton, current Brighton, because Everton is kind of crazy to give them Everton. But yeah,
fair enough. Okay, I want to run through some North African teams.
I'm just going with English teams.
They really are, but definitely are the last 7, 8. They are really pushing this. And Angus, I am, and I'm not surprised. I am surprised, and I'm not surprised that Nigeria didn't make the expanded tournament. They would have been if they were here, they would have done well. I always go back to they started their qualification with 3 draws and a loss. They put themselves behind the 8 ball way too early, and even with everything there, it's definitely tough. This 5 minutes of injury time, I'm surprised it didn't go 6, but I feel like there's going to be a winner in this game. This game deserves a late winner just for how chaotic it's been, for sure. But while we're here, we're also playing the game of Nelson is calling African countries clubs, and this is fun. Where'd you put Algeria as?
Algeria's
because they've won recently.
Algeria's a big. It has to be a big team. So Algeria has to be. It's going to be either one of Liverpool or Manchester United. No, I'd say Newcastle because they're a big team. They win from time to time, but not like regularly. They have good players, but not good enough for them to actually compete with the big boys. So I'd say Liverpool.
Fair.
Oh no, sorry, Newcastle.
Who else do you want to pull into this list? I'd ask you for Tunisia, but I feel like calling them
Tunisia is like Burnley or something, like some mediocre, have subpar team.
Current Burnley or coming up?
It doesn't matter whichever version. All versions are relegated.
Fair enough. What would you call a Cameroon?
Ooh. Cameroon is such an odd team because they win. I'd say Cameroon are like Leicester. Like they somehow win even when no one's expecting them to.
But then also, if you look at them currently, like they are dropping, and it's like not to where their form has just been so poor that we're just surprised.
But which African teams haven't played yet? So it's Senegal.
Yes, Senegal, Ghana,
Congo.
And then is that it? Is that the list?
No, I think there must be maybe one.
Oh, more. DRC haven't played yet.
I said DRC. I said Congo, Senegal, and
Ghana.
So we could possibly have
Algeria.
Oh, and Algeria. Okay.
Yeah, because we haven't had the AAA.
I knew there was a fourth one. I just couldn't remember which one.
Well,
two losses and two draws,
which is not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
They just show that the Cape Verde goalkeeper, he's following Instagram went so well. He has more followers than this show. I think 6 or 7 basketball players, baseball players in
That's
the
how we
US
do.
that just won the NBA Finals. He just beat them within 90-minute game. He went
Reminder
from
again of the
50K
World Cup.
to,
Yeah.
To a
Yeah.
million.
you know, he's gonna get paid. You know, now he's
Oh
post.
yeah.
When he gonna post something, there's a check coming with it,
Yep.
Think.
and
Dude,
hopefully,
you don't drop such
Agreed.
a New
Yeah.
Zealand gotta get fouled. Yeah.
To get
and
some
hopefully
funny-
FIFA or
yeah,
someone does
yeah.
something nice to try to get his mom to the States to watch at least one of those games.
I'm sorry. Did you say FIFA will try to do something that?
Or somebody that has money, or someone
I'm
that
sorry.
has
I'm sorry,
someone.
Musa. FIFA
No.
adheres to the country's rules and laws
But-
for immigration. So
It's a
why would
grandma.
they get
Oh my
involved?
goodness, dude is 40. So how old is she?
Yeah. She's
But-
definitely 60s.
but
At the youngest 60s.
So, but think about it though. They want a lot of clicks. They want the story. FIFA still want the historical story pays, right? But you
Cabo
imagine
Verde,
now we just
it's
said
such a
this
small
guy.
country. That's the issue.
Yeah.
The issue is that it doesn't generate clicks in the same
He has
way.
more clicks than basketball players.
Yeah, but it's basketball players, man.
Yeah. Like
the-
you're asking. Yeah.
Average football players have more followers than
No,
majority
some of them don't even have in the millions. Some of them, like the high guys, yes, but guys that's 40, that's 2.5 million followers. That
Oh, how do you miss that, Iran?
he's gonna
I'm
feed
watching
his
the
whole
I watched
village.
the replay, but like, how do they miss that set piece? It's been the most barn burning, burn everything game.
Uh,
Just
Wow, the internet's loving it though.
It's a good game. I don't know why you're saying so. I'm actually loving this game.
No,
No.
people are loving it. They're saying if you want to burn on fume, this is a game to watch.
yeah, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
It's over.
Just
Well, the game's over now.
yeah, good run we had. Yeah,
Good game
Yeah,
from
dude.
Iran, though. Good game.
yeah, and just if you can tell your keeper to stay up, going from post to post, that would be great. Because that second goal should not have been a goal. Because
Poor guys. Now they have to sleep a little and then go back to Mexico.
sleep a little, sir. They're on. This is a red eye. Okay.
Did they tell them that night? I thought they were letting.
No, they got to get back to Mexico immediately.
Okay, never mind.
This
That's I
best
guess a
World
different
Cup in the
discussion.
world, they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This World Cup, it will not be kind in history. It will be placed in the not so good bucket of World Cups.
But hey, it's another draw. Half of the games have ended in a draw. Half of the games so far. We've played 16 games, and half of them have ended 2-2, 1-1, or 0-0. But this was a very even, chaotic game. For two teams you expected to sit back and want the other to have possession and move, they both took their chances. They both got scrappy goals on each side, and then good set pieces for Iran. But hey, those two are at the top of the group because we have another 1-1 group because everybody's drawing out in these streets. Everyone's drawing out in these streets. And then who was the last one? Who was Egypt as a club, Nelson? That's what I want to know. Who was Egypt as a club?
I think Egypt's Manchester United.
I agree.
You know what?
It's a big club. It's a
Well,
big country. Has a history of winning. Has dominated the league. And here's the beautiful part. They dominated the Premier League, but were terrible in Europe.
I see the
Egypt
vision. I see the vision.
Amazing in AFCON and were terrible at the World Cup.
You cannot deny the greatness of that. The second you said it, was like it actually now fits quite well. It fits in quite well.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And for chaos purposes, checks watch. Who would be? Because I'm looking at all the African team, all the CAF teams who qualified, what would you look at Cape Verde as?
It's just a team that's happy to be there. That's like a
they-
that's like a Nottingham Forest showing up to the Europa League or something. It's like you're just there and everyone's kind of like, wow, you got here, kind of situation.
Good for you, I guess. Yeah.
Like let's also be honest. This 48 team World Cup,
yeah,
there's some teams that are here. Just this is their work. This is their fiber.
Being here is their World Cup. Yeah, I agree.
That's it. Like they've got here. They're happy to play with the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get beat, like Curacao. They'll get beat, but
hey, they have their moment.
You get experience. It's let's be honest. If you only play teams in your region, then you go to the World Cup, then you get destroyed by Germany. Do you guys remember Saudi Arabia lost 8-0
to Germany in
the group stages?
Yeah, 0-2.
And then come for the next World Cup or 2 World Cups after, they played Argentina and beat them. And that's because you gain experience. You play good teams, you gain experience, you realize, hey, yeah, I dominated my region, but against these big boys, we really have to we have to set things up. In the European leagues, or even in like any leagues that you get from relegation, or you come from a lower league to the higher league, you could be the best person in a lower division, the best team. Then when you move up, you try and play the same football that got you promoted, you're going to get spanked by every team. All of them will spank you. And then you learn very quickly. You'll get relegated. The next time you come up, you're like, I got to build that defense. I got to build that midfield slowly. So, hey, I think Cabo Verde were never thinking of leaving the group. I think they were just thinking of, hey, wherever we go, we go. We're not like putting hard expectations. So Sweden demands your apology. What I say?
What
did I say? I said they were going to beat Tunisia. I said Tunisia are the worst team. How the hell do I do? What apology do they get? I told them they were going to beat Tunisia. If you've listened, Stefan, almost every single African nation I have gotten bang on. I rated Ivory Coast. I listen to what Musa's afraid of even speaking about France versus Senegal. And I've said over and over and over again, I'm expecting Senegal to shock people. I'm expecting it. I don't think it's guaranteed a win, but I can see it as a very cagey draw. I'm calling it now, so that tomorrow when it happens, or if Senegal get destroyed, hey, I'll be like,
it's shocking. It's technically shocking.
That's shocking. I'd actually be shocked if they get destroyed, like a 3-0, like a 4-1, like USA beat Paraguay. That was shocking. I didn't expect that. If France do that to Senegal, I'm like, oh no, we are screwed, boys. France is carrying this thing. If they just brush them aside, that'd be interesting. But you can't brush aside Senegal. You can't brush them aside.
You shouldn't.
Let's be honest. Yeah. You should be able to. And if they do, we're done for.
Then you know what? Just say Marchand, and give him the trophy immediately, because there's. What do you say to that at that point? Because that's a dark horse that they would just brush aside early.
Stefan, why am I not getting my flowers for calling the Belgium thing? I was out here fighting a solo fight, calling Belgium mediocre. Where are my flowers?
Listen,
man, it's getting brutal here.
Your flowers right here, Nelson.
Oh, look at that.
These, okay,
you deserve behind your monitor.
yeah, I do. Okay, don't judge me. I like some floral arrangements by the computer. Okay, don't judge me.
I ain't mad at you.
Sometimes you just got to have that going through. I'm supposed to bring it to someone at some point next week. Who knows? But yeah, I think, look, there's a lot that we've learned. A lot has been called out, no doubt. But hey, today was a very interesting day in terms of just results overall. And hey, every game was a draw. Okay, that's the news. Every game today was a draw. All right, it was 0-0, 1-1, 1-1, 2-2. The average of today was 1-1. And tomorrow, Musa, I can see it. It's your reckoning. Senegalese flag on one side. Belgium is the ultimate test to see if your team has a deep run in them or not. Expand on that, Steph.
What?
Expand on that.
Belgium is like the ultimate test to see if your team has. You think Egypt will have a deep run?
Yeah, I need you to expand on that statement because
brother, Belgium got outplayed by Egypt. I need you to go watch the AFCON games and see how teams were dominating Egypt.
Yeah. I said it on stream. Egypt does not dominate physically. No on top of that, and they were the aggressor.
Yeah.
If Egypt Egypt didn't sit back, that to me was shocking. I was expecting Egypt to be like, okay, we'll defend, and then Marmoush, Salah,
Dude, we said at the end of the game, Egypt are the ones who feel hard done.
Yeah.
By drawing the game, it feels like a loss. That's the crazy thing. This
feels goal.
Like a loss. Yeah, it was an own goal. Yeah, 100%.
Belgium is a side who needs a striker, and the fact that they still have to rely on Big Rom to give any type of display there is, hey.
No, but Big Rom's a good striker.
He's a good, yeah.
Let's not. The Big Rom has always been an excellent striker, and the thing about the level of physicality Lukaku has, that's something that doesn't disappear. Like Mateta, for instance, is a unit, and that will never go away. Like you being a huge guy will always work in your favor, always.
That's why he took two players on its own and forced the other one to do a PK. To on goal, because he literally carried them both. Say, you come with me. If I miss, you score. There you go.
Definitely.
Dude, these groups are going to be crazy because it's just
all these draws accumulating are keeping everyone alive, but then also it's
Iran look good on the attack, but that goalkeeper and defense looks that's what's going to kill them.
Yeah, keepers have been keepers have been extremely good or extremely poor. No one like decent goalkeepers.
That's fair. And then finishing has just been either you have it, Germany, Sweden, or you don't. Every other draw.
No. The Sweden goalkeeper was the issue. Oh, no, Tunisia. Dude, the Isak goal, Isak didn't know whether to celebrate or to go talk to the coach and go, hey, did you put in the wrong guys? Like, he didn't shoot. Did you see? That was a pass.
I saw it.
He passed it in. Like, there was no speed on that ball whatsoever. And it's not like he placed it. Oh, man, nah. That Tunisian goalkeeper was on... I actually felt bad for Tunisia, man, because I was looking at that game. I'm like, Sweden were playing okay, but then once Sweden realized, oh wait, this keeper can't do anything. He can't save. Then they started spamming shots.
Yeah,
that's literally what they did.
Fair enough. And Steph expands saying, what I'm saying is, if you can beat Belgium, you can go far in this tournament. Belgium has talent, but I still can't pinpoint a defining style of play.
Look at this. I need you to go rewatch that match. Do you know who Doku was stopped by? 32-year-old right back. Like, let's be honest here. But like Belgium don't have a good enough squad. And they just have to start accepting it. You have Doku, who plays exceptional, and that's it. That's it. I like that you guys are quiet here. You know I'm right. You know De Bruyne is old.
Yeah, I wanted to defend Belgium, but after today's performance,
Yeah.
I can't.
But even in like the Nations League and stuff, they've not been impressive. They've been consistently going downhill. You know what? Let me tell you how you know a team is bad. Like, look at Brazil. Brazil has clear talent, but you can tell Brazil's whole plan is give it to Vinny and pray. Just give it to Vinny and hope. You know, as our friends would say, it's pass a ball to Vinny and inshallah, because it's you get him the ball and he's trying to take it top bins consistently, because that's the only way Vinny gets a goal. He has to do that like really crazy good curl shot that he loves. He loves that shot always. That's how we scored against Morocco.
Yeah.
But after that, what else did he do? Basically nothing for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
they dominated in the second half, but they didn't score. They didn't even look like they were bothering Bono as much. All straight shots to Bono. Oh man, that's Obi Mikel has probably the best accent of all time now. So I want to hear what he's saying. I just missed what he said.
Yeah.
Doku was triple teamed. Yes, because he's the only person who can actually do anything in that team. And he still had the worst rating of the wingers.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Belgium's most overrated team for the past decade.
Facts.
Golden.
But I do think the golden generation was good. They just had a bad coach. The same way Portugal have a really good team and have the same coach that Belgium had, and that's the reason why they suck. You need a coach who looks at Ronaldo and says, "You're not playing, buddy. You can be in the squad. If you're coming with, you have a sit down with him. You can be here for experience. The way Jordan Henderson was taken by England is what you tell him. You might play. I might bring you on. You play against the low level teams. You can go stat pad. But once we get to a certain level, you're either on the bench or you're not playing. Play Gonzalo Ramos, play Guedes, who doesn't. What does Guedes need to do? He scores in every game he plays. What else does he have to do to guarantee a starting spot?
He needs to be Cristiano Ronaldo, apparently.
Yeah, man. Like the attack is being killed by one guy.
One more World Cup.
Yeah. That's what we said last World Cup. That's what we said last World Cup.
Somehow, listen.
No, I knew he was going to make to this one. I knew he was going to make to that one. I knew.
He's somehow going to...
That guy does not age.
Well, brother, he's aged.
He aged, but
he's aged.
It's still mentally, physically, you can tell.
Musa.
The problem is that now he's trying too much.
Have you seen him at Al Nassr?
I have.
Dude, the guys are trying to get him to score, and he can't. Open goals. He can't score.
The highlights, yes.
Yeah, he's been so poor. Refs are trying to give him penalties to give something. Give him anything.
They feed him. They're doing it to both. They're doing that for the two people. The other one start with an M. They're doing the exact same thing.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Those two guys now, they're in those leagues to stack and make sure that when they retire, they have numbers that says, I've scored 1,000 goals.
Well, this is why I love Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't lie. Messi fans love him. They love him so much that they pretend like he does. Ronaldo said, once I hit 1,000 goals, I retire. And I think he has 20 goals left, something like that, to get to
one season.
Yeah. He can do that in one season. But that's the problem, is he's old. The issue is that he has no pace. He can't jump. You can tell like the intelligence is still there, but like the body is unwilling
to give it. Yeah. He's just not built to be the person that understand that his prime has passed, so it's his job now to help the others
The next generation.
when playing. Yes, I think the example that he's setting them, with like preparations, practices, and all that, I think he's like the blueprint they can follow. It's just that during the game, he still
wants to be that
prime
guy.
Ronaldo at that moment versus like, hey, instead of me taking the shot, let me take on 3 or 4 players because they know who I am, and then to let the next person win. I think that's my biggest thing with him is on the field when they're playing, he's still not playing as the senior player that says, all eyes on me, here's your chance. And that's what you see, those crazy ass shots of his.
Fair enough. Good point, but hey, some teams are just going to have to learn one way or the other or how hard do they want to be. But as we can see on the screen, Iran and New Zealand drawing at 2-2, which means another group with 1-1-1-1 tomorrow. We're going to watch someone just die emotionally as he watches his teams play each other. Yeah. You know what that is? That look, I gave that look the first time someone who wasn't family called me uncle. That's what I gave that look. Okay. I was just
uncle or unk? Which one?
No, uncle. Like,
Okay.
excuse me, uncle.
Dang.
And I was just like, well, there's clearly an older gentleman behind. Oh, me? Oh, yeah, you, sir.
He's my shoe.
Sir, is who we're talking about. Because tomorrow we have at 3:00, I think, a matchup that we've all been waiting for. France, Senegal, 3 p.m. After that, you have Iraq, Norway at 6, and then Argentina and whatever's left of Admaras.
Can we please get? This is my only request. I need to hear every person's one at a time. And we start with Musa. Every team's. Could you provide the list of the schedule, please, Akwasi? If you can show them, and then let's just get what Musa expects each game to go. We'll leave it with the France Senegal game. That's going to be the last one.
Yeah.
So let's go with Argentina Algeria. What do you think, Musa? What's the score? And who wins or who draws or whatever?
I think it's going to be 1-0 Argentina.
Okay. Norway, Iraq.
Oh, Norway, Iraq. Norway's probably going to win 2-0.
France, Senegal.
I played the fifth.
Nah,
in America, that means I don't mean no answer.
Guess what? This is a Canadian stream. We don't care about.
We don't have the Fifth Amendment here.
Yeah.
So we need you to at least give us a score. It's fine. Do you expect both teams to score?
Yeah. Just give us a score. Yeah.
Oh, you expect, but you don't know who's gonna win or who's gonna draw. You can't even say draw. Draw is okay.
Yeah, I would say I hope they both score enough and then it's a draw. But
they both score enough and it's a draw.
Musa's hoping it's a 4-4 draw.
just banger after banger goal.
Okay. So that way at least they both stay on top so that they can have more goal for them versus and then
they feel comfortable versus the other guys.
Yeah, I think that's, even though this may be a slight advantage on someone, but I cannot put that in.
You don't know who. Someone who speaks French, in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
By the way, if Senegal make the mistake of playing Diatta, who was very poor against like Pulisic and Tillman, I guarantee you the other guy that you're talking about will have a field day against him. But let's Akwasi, France, Senegal.
Oh, well, sure. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
That's good. Iraq, Norway.
I'm gonna go Norway 3, Iraq 1.
Algeria, Argentina.
I'm gonna go Argentina 2, Algeria
Oh wow!
And
Both
for
of you.
bonus, I'm going to go Austria destroying Jordan.
Oh well, we could discuss that the
Yeah.
next day.
True, because
Uh,
it is. Yeah.
I'm actually with you on France Senegal. I see that as a high scoring game because I think both teams are not good defensively,
Mm.
but I think France's attack is just scary. So minimum they score is 2,
hmm
and then I'm just hoping Di decides to show up because he still hasn't showed up yet for me. In he's been amazing at club level, but for Senegal he's really struggling. I'm hoping he shows up. I'm actually shocked you guys went low.
Oh
I
boy.
think Norway and Iraq, that looks like a 5.
You're going 5?
Yeah, because those crosses to Haaland and Soloth, you have two
Fair.
6'5" giants who are great in the air. I just think they're going to spam crosses. I'm putting 4-5 minimum. So 5-0. Argentina, Algeria. I think Algeria will score. But I think Argentina destroy them. I think it's probably 2 or 3-1.
Think of the Zidane family. Think of the Zidanes.
That's why
I don't want
that's what
them
I'm
to be
thinking of.
destroyed. There's a good story. They have to go as far as they can.
Who, Algeria?
Yeah.
You think Algeria's gonna? You think that they're gonna go deep?
No, I'm not as of like the story that they've built throughout the whole tournament. I will
Oh,
hope
okay.
to at
They're
least
the feel
like to
good.
see.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or like all the stuff they've done outside?
Yeah, in Kansas and such. Yeah, it would be a great. Yeah, because could you imagine, like, look at all they've done in community outreach. Also, they've been torn apart by Argentinians. Just like,
Yeah, but it's the
And
one
they're
team.
both camped in Kansas City area.
oh yeah,
But it's a one team Algeria that I like. I think if you're being beaten badly by Argentina, it's not really a bad thing.
no.
Yeah.
Like it's a really good team that's beating you. It's not like crazy.
Mhm.
But hey, Argentina beat Netherlands at home, like at Netherlands home.
Mhm.
So I think Algeria are a good side, but I think it's too far to assume that they beat
You know what? Argentina has a way of letting people beat them. So if Saudi Arabia was
they're
able
a
to do
slow
it,
team. They actually are a slow team in
Mhm.
tournaments, so they could actually lose.
They are
It's not
beatable
shocking.
early for sure.
Yeah.
and
But
then
I think
Messi's
this
not
is
sure to play too because he's been battling injury. That's why he came out of the last MLS game early. He took himself out, and he was day to day. So
But then you still have Nico Paz. You still have
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
have way too many good players, like up
You know.
top. You have Alvarez who's on form. Who
Algeria got some
if-
good young kids though that
like
are
Alvarez
performing
level,
well. Huh?
like Julian Alvarez level.
Not that level, but
so
So no,
they might.
like think about the people who just said Nico Paz is a young kid. He's young too.
Yeah, like
Like Julian Alvarez isn't young, but 25, right? 24, 25. Great player. You have Lautaro Martinez still. You still have who'd play on the left wing?
you're not going to hear me say anything positive about Argentina. So you might.
No, I don't. I'm not. Listen, if this is Musa, if we were discussing geopolitics, that's a completely different story.
Oh no, even soccer.
Oh, you don't like their team?
No,
Oh, okay. I like their team.
nah.
I like their team. I don't like the players on the team. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, but yeah,
But I like their team. The team is actually a very good team.
yeah. The character will.
The characters I don't like.
I put both together, and at that point,
oh, you put them together. That's fair. Like I
Yes.
think Martinez is a very good goalkeeper, but I don't like him.
yeah, that's kind of
You know what I mean? Like I don't like him, but if I see him as a keeper, I'm like, oh, this is going to be hard for you to score. Like it's not going to be an easy game for you.
it's good. I think maybe he got a little bit overrated due to that one
Due to
save.
the
That's
World
how
Cup. Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
people knows him. Which,
Mhm.
even though us that have seen soccer before know
Mhm.
his Arsenal days, but I think
Yeah.
that has put him so high up because of that one stop.
Mhm.
I think that's where I'm like,
But even if you're assessing him, he was always a good keeper.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, for the World Cup, you don't need a world-class keeper. You just need a competent keeper. And he is a competent keeper. Like,
he
for
was.
instance,
Yes, I like that part.
Senegal have had, I won't say had because he went to Saudi, so we don't know what his level is. But Mendy was a world-class keeper. And then disappeared. Disappeared into the Saudi League.
He got transferred because of all this, the Saudi thing in
The
Chelsea.
word,
Didn't want to pay him what he was worth.
That's true. That's and valid point is. And by the way, Pedro, they won't get a penalty because Messi's in there. If Messi is there, pen. If Messi shows up, there's a pen, guaranteed. But because he won't be there, I think it'll be a little bit more cagey.
He'll start to warm up, and then next thing you know, the ref will just point to the spot.
Panic. He'll panic. Oh crap!
Messi will just get up, be like, moving. Ref just.
By the way, can we be
Yeah.
something we haven't discussed, and so that I know it's late, but we haven't seen a lot of penalties. Have you noticed that? It's only been like one or two,
and they were the obvious ones.
Yeah, they were clear, like blatant pens. But we really have. I'm actually liking this because normally we would have. There's only one decision that I didn't like. It was in the USA game.
Yeah.
But to only have one bad decision in these many games, these refs have been a very excellent level. And normally World Cup refs are good. Let's be fair. They are usually good.
Well, they're usually the best of the best.
They're handpicked.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
say
that doesn't stop anything. The other ones are usually handpicked too, and they still suck.
Yes.
Yes.
They went through a list, and you either really good or you're so good that they don't let you in for whatever reason. But that's
so Musa, we'll see you on whatever stream you're on. I'm gonna pull up. I'll come. I'll definitely.
I'll send you the link.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
And if things go south, maybe. But no, I'm just kidding. No, we'll send it.
Stream just goes off. Mbappe scores in that first minute.
Don't start streaming. At least wait for 10 minutes.
Oh no!
You're going in raw and just going. Okay.
I'm giving you. I'm giving you the true essence of what stress looks like.
When Senegal attack, he's panicking. When France attacks, he's panicking.
Yeah, so this
it's like, oh crap.
I'll have
It's like two brothers, like your dad and your two sons are fighting. You don't know which one to support. It's just like, oh crap.
That's pretty much, yeah. So we'll see, but it's gonna be a fun one. The whole world will see, and they'll get to experience what the 2002.
And let's be honest, all the good games have actually played well. Like Morocco, Brazil was a good game. Japan, Netherlands was a good game. This game has to live up.
It better.
It has to. If it doesn't, I'll be, because we haven't got that disappointing game yet. Like it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And it's coming. One of these, it could be Argentina, Algeria, where it's like a boring 0-0.
I'm ready for Ghana and Panama to bring you all down.
No, that's gonna be
ready.
No, but no one expects anything.
We have no bar, and somehow it will be lower. I am ready to be the.
No, I think Panama have a good team.
Oh, no one's denying that.
Watch Panama beat you guys like how the US beat Paraguay.
If we got beat like Paraguay got beat, my goodness, you saw me die inside with the Wales game. I would just be like,
you'd have to delete your channel because I'd be crying. You would have no chance against me.
If you watch me die, you better be on on too.
Listen.
Oh yeah. He has to be. He's gonna be on.
Oh, I have no choice.
There's no. Let me tell you, if he's not on, Musa, I'll go live on my channel, and I'll drive to his house. You think I can get? I know where he lives. I can go to his house. I'll just
It's gonna be a mobile stream.
It'll be a vlog for 10 minutes.
You'll just see me running, just like no.
I was like, I didn't know he could run this fast. Oh yes, he can.
Whilst I'll have an iPad on one side playing the game whilst running, yelling the score. Oh, Panama scored
again.
Oh, I would pay to see. You guys will break the internet.
Chasing a Ghanaian to tell him the results of him losing. The problem is his dad might actually mess me up because the dad, what the hell's going on?
Oh boy.
Oh no, he'd welcome you and be like, "Oh, wonderful! More."
Oh no, your dad's the best. There's no. He'd be like, "Where's Akwasi?"
Well, so the funny thing is, like, there was the thought that we were all gonna go to like one of our uncle's houses and watch, and I was like, I can't do that. I have to be online. People want to see me either like be joyful or in pain. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's definitely going to be. I am not looking like it could either go, as I said earlier, it's either Ghana's World Cup tournament starts or finishes on Wednesday. Okay, there's no ins, ends, or buts. It begins or it ends on Wednesday, and at least they get it done early, right? At least it's not okay, well, they play Panama last and maybe they can, do something. No, play Panama first. And now I know how much I need to invest into you, right? Do I say, oh, well, you know what? We got the win or we got a draw or we lost, whatever it is, I know early. And then the next day, I go straight back to Canada and then it's stress. You better be Qatar. You better be Qatar the next day. So I got
I'm going to be honest. The way these games are going, there's definitely going to be upsets.
Oh,
and the way Qatar played, like I was thinking Canada versus Qatar is an easy game. Qatar played well against Switzerland. They actually did. And I was like, oh no, this is not a good sign. In terms of beating them, I expected Canada to beat them. There's a possibility we draw against them. There's a really big possibility that happens. It'd be perfect for Canada to end up drawing all 3 games.
That would be interesting.
That'd be funny. But yeah. All right, boys. I'm out.
Yeah, you head out for sure. I'll run through some of these comments and we'll end up here. But yeah, Steph has Argentina 3-0 over Algeria. Cool. And France 3-1 over Senegal. Good for you there. And his comment is Iraq has a better defense than Tunisia. Everyone has a better defense than Tunisia. But they have a better goalkeeper as well. I would also argue that. So that's definitely a point to be made. And then after that, Portugal, DR Congo, hopefully will be a great match. It's a good point. I think DRC will look better against Portugal than they did against Jamaica, because in that matchup, Jamaica DRC was 2 teams who didn't want the ball. In this game, DRC get to be the defend and counter team that they're built to be, and we'll see if it works. We hope it works. Please work. Please work. Nicholas Jackson is the Cavallini of Senegal. That's listen, as the Senegalese, but beyond me will accept that. He will accept that because it's all he can have, right? Yes. Sure. And to the point, yes, the refs that they allow in the country. Oh, yeah. We read those tea leaves, right? Only competent keeping after the bailouts we've seen. Yep, true. And yes, I will drive. Look, I'm putting gas in my car tomorrow, right? I'm putting gas in my car tomorrow, and I'm making sure that if I don't see him online, I am driving. You're going to have mobile view of me. But again, guys, we have those games coming tomorrow. Technically 3, but 4 because the Austria-Jordan game begins at midnight. So we'll cover that game coming tomorrow or today's on Wednesday. We'll talk about that game and the games that come through it. But again, you'll see us tomorrow, Senegal versus France at 3. We will be seated. We will be there, and we're going to enjoy it. But guys, thanks for joining us again. Again, every night on this channel, 9 p.m., we're going to be going live talking about the games that were, but then also talking about the games that will be. But then also, we'll try to get the African games in. We'll try to get the Canadian games in here and just enjoy the time. So guys, thanks again. If you haven't already, touch that like button, leave a comment later on, turn on notifications when you subscribe, and also subscribe to MoFutbol TV because we're going to see all of us slowly die inside with these next few days. So you might as well tune in and know when the blank stare, just looking and saying,
yes. Yeah, well, they get to hear multiple languages probably.
Don't worry. That my broken Quebec French is coming. Okay, on va parler en français demain. Ouais,
wow,
on parle en français demain.
Yeah. J'ai pas l'accent, ça.
Oh, t'as pas l'accent? Okay.
No.
C'est pas si pire. Okay. All right, so we'll wrap it up here, and we'll see you all tomorrow. And as always, we'll just end the stream.